Hello everyone, welcome to a live session, and today we are going to discuss extract based questions, and this is going to be from first flight, grade 10th first flight. And I'm sure that this session is going to be really helpful for you because these questions are going to be a little different. It's not questions which are very straightforward, questions which are going to be a little different, and that's the reason I'm here to help you with the revision of first flight questions. Now, extract based questions are for 5 marks, and today I'm going to cover 3 lessons: sermon at Benares, Madam rides a bus, and the proposal. So these 3 lessons are going to be revised with the help of extract based questions. So please join. Those who are here, I would request all of you to pay attention. The first question, this is extract from Sermon at Benares. Kisa Gotami became weary and hopeless and sat down at the wayside, watching the lights of the city as they flickered up and were extinguished again. At last the darkness of the night reigned everywhere, and she considered the fate of men, that their lives flicker up and are extinguished again. So I hope those who are already there, you can understand that this lesson is from the Sermon at Benares. Those who are watching the live session, just let me know if my video and audio is available. Is it clear? Can you hear me properly? Okay, so this extract is from Sermon at Benares, and let us check the questions that we have for this. The first one, now those of you know the exam pattern that the extract based questions are multiple choice questions, so you need to be very sure about the answer that you are choosing for these questions. So the first question is, why did Kisa Gotami become weary and hopeless? The options are, her son was dead and she couldn't revive him. The second option is, she could not bring mustard seed from any house where no one had died. The third option is, Gautam Buddha spoke to her rudely. And the fourth option is, it was a dark night and she was tired. So why do you think she was weary and hopeless? Why do you think she was weary and hopeless? The reason, yes, the answer is, if we go with the first option, her son was dead and she couldn't revive him, this is not the correct one. Gautam Buddha spoke to her rudely. Of course, there is nothing in the lesson which mentions that Gautam Buddha spoke to her rudely. There is nothing mentioned like that. And the last one is, it was a dark night and she was tired. Yes, of course, it was a dark night and she was tired, but that is not the reason that why she was basically tired and hopeless. So the answer is, just before this extract, she had moved from house to house in search of mustard seed, because Gautam Buddha had asked her to get mustard seed from any house where no one had died, and which was an impossible task for her. So therefore, we are going to choose the second option, which is, she could not bring mustard seed from any house where no one had died. So this is the answer for the first question. Okay, so the second option is the correct answer. We move on to the second question. Which of the following statement is not true in accordance with your reading of the extract? Which of the following is not true? Now, is not true means which of the following is false, right? So even though it is given in a twisted manner, but basically you just have to understand that you are being asked to choose the false statement. Now let's go with the first option. Life of all mortals is subject to toil and suffering. Is it true? Yes, this has been mentioned in the lesson that all mortals, they have to go through a lot of toil and suffering. The second one, the earlier we accept our grief, the better it is for our overall well-being. This is also true. As Buddha had mentioned that if we accept our grief, then it becomes much easier for us because we get our peace of mind. So this is also true. We cannot choose this. Third one is death is common to all. Yes, those who have read the lesson, you know that death is common to all. Every mortal on this earth need to face death. So it is common for all living creatures. So all the first three statements are true. Last one, we can obtain peace of mind by weeping and grieving. Of course, this is not true. Peace of mind cannot be obtained if we weep and if we grieve. Therefore, the fourth option is the correct answer. Okay, so the fourth option is the correct answer, and I hope you are taking down. This is the correct answer. All right, we move on to the third question. Those who are watching the live session, I would request you to share this live with your friends so that everybody gets benefited. Your exam is very near. Most of the schools are conducting their pre-boards, and within a month or so, your board exam is going to start. So I hope you're paying attention and you're doing your exam preparation. I'm doing this live session because I want to help the students, and I know there are many students, those who do not get the guided approach, the guided the direction, so they don't know how to go about with the extract based questions, and often they face confusion. That's the reason I'm doing this session, and I hope I'm able to reach out to more students. So please share this live session with others. Hi Tia. Okay, so I hope you are clear with the first three questions. Kindly share the live session with others. All right, we move on to the third question. And the third question is, explain the meaning of this line. And she considered the fate of men, that their lives flicker up and are extinguished again. This is a line from the lesson, The Sermon at Benares. So what is the meaning of this line? Yes, can you, anyone, those who are watching the video, please type your answers in the comment section. Let me see that whether you are writing the correct answer or not. Of course, I will be giving my answer at the end. But yes, you can always type your answer. What is the meaning of this line? Okay, so the meaning of this line is, Kisa Gotami thought about the destiny of men, that every individual needs to go through this process of life and death. So the answer for this is, Kisa Gotami thought that the destiny of men is centered upon life and death. It is just that, like the lights that are lit and extinguished when a man dies. So basically she talks about that life of men is also centered upon life and death. These are the two things of life that which we cannot ignore, and it is compared, the life of an individual is compared to the lights that flicker up. Flicker up means that are lit. When a person is born, the lights are lit. As long as he is alive, the lights are lit and are extinguished again. Extinguished again means the lights are switched off. When a person dies, when a man dies, the lights are switched off. So this is what she thinks about as she was sitting and contemplating about what Gautam Buddha told her. Okay, so I hope this answer is clear. If it is clear, you can share in the comments. Let's move on to the next question. Kisa Gotami says, how selfish I am in my grief. Why does she say so? Yes, why does she say that? How selfish I am in my grief. Why does she say so? Again, the answer is she thinks that it was wrong for her to try revive her son because death is common to all. So if she wants her son to be alive, then that would be injustice to the other people on this earth, right? So therefore death is common to all, and I cannot demand for things like please revive my son, make him alive once again, because every individual goes through life and death, and therefore I cannot say just keep my son alive, and if I say so, I'm going to be really selfish with my grief, because my grief is not just my grief, it is a grief which is experienced by all living creatures on this earth. Everybody feels bad when your near and dear one is dead. So being selfish with my grief is not correct. This is what she realizes. We move on to the next question. Complete the analogy, very tired, and then the word destiny is given. Okay, now what is the thing that you have to do over here is weary and tired. Now if you understand, the word weary is a synonym of tired, right? So basically here you have to just try to find a relation. Weary and tired means it's a synonym. Weary is a synonym of the word tired. Now you have the word destiny. Okay, now you have to find out a similar word which is very similar to the word destiny from the passage. So can you tell me which word can you put over here? Which word can you put in the blank which is very similar to the word destiny? You will get such questions in your board. Such questions based on analogy will be there. It's not at all difficult, trust me, it's very easy. You just have to find a relation. The moment you're able to find a relation with the first pair, then it will be easy for you to find the relation with the second pair. So yes, the word is fate. The word fate means destiny. Alright, so the answer over here will be fate. Weary is to tired as fate is to destiny. I hope it is clear. We are done with the first extract based question from Sermon at Benares. Those who are watching the video, I request once again to share it, share the link with your friends and help them in revising the portion, because most of the schools are having their pre-board exam. It's knocking the door and your board exams are going to start by the end of next month. So these revision questions will be of great help to you if you listen to them carefully and if you know how to answer these questions. And again, I repeat that extract based questions are very scoring. You have a 5-mark question, so you can actually get 5 on 5. So therefore, try to always score maximum marks in the extract based questions. Okay, we move on to the second extract, and let me read out this extract for you. Yes, I'm traveling alone, she answered curtly. And I have got a ticket too. Yes, she's on her way to town, said the conductor with a 30 paise ticket. Oh, why don't you mind your own business, said Valli. But she laughed all the same, and the conductor laughed too. But the old woman went on with her drivel. Is it proper for such a young person to travel alone? Do you know exactly where you are going in town? What's the street? What's the house number? You needn't bother about me. I can take care of myself, Valli said, turning her face towards the window and staring out. So I hope you are clear with the fact that this is from the lesson Madam Rides the Bus. Okay, Madam Rides the Bus. Is my voice clear? If you can just put in the comment, is my voice clear and audible? Okay, so the next, let's move on to the next question. Pick out the options that matches the expressions with mind correctly. Now the word mind is given, and here are some options where the word mind is used in certain phrases, and then you need to match them with the correct meaning. Okay, bring to mind. Bring to mind, the first option. Let's see that with what we can match this. Okay, bring to mind, is it be receptive? No. Think about only one subject? No. Recall something? Yes, bring to mind means recall something, something that you suddenly remember. So here we see option 1C. So let us try to consider the B option. Now we are not going to choose because we also have to find out the other answers. The second one is be in two minds. Be in two minds. 2D. If you are going with the B option, 2D is undecided. Yes, be in two minds means when you are undecided, when you are hesitant, when you are doubtful. So therefore 2D, okay. The third one, 3A, have an open mind. Have an open mind means be receptive to someone's ideas. When you welcome something, a new idea with an open mind, that means you are reciprocating. You are very positive about that new idea and you are having an open mind about that idea. There are some people who may not welcome the new idea. They may be against it, but there are people who will accept the new idea with an open mind. So that is what being receptive to someone's ideas. And the fourth one is put your mind at ease. Put your mind at ease means the E option, which is reassure you. All right, so put your mind at ease means when you are reassuring someone. So therefore we go with the B option over here, and the B option is 1C, 2D, 3A and 4E. This is the answer. Now when you get such questions, which you will get, again please don't be confused because it may look to be a little tricky, but if you just try to attempt this question with a calm mind, then it will not be at all difficult for you. You just need to find out the meanings. One by one, try to find out the meanings. All right. And as I said that this time the pattern is going to be a little different. You will not get very direct questions which are based on your recall part. Means, if you just memorize, then no, it's not going to be like that. So basically, your hold on the language will also be tested through these questions. All right. So we move on to the next question, which is, Valli told the conductor to mind his own business and laughed as well. This shows that Valli was not really bothered about what the conductor said. No, of course she was a little bothered. Let's check out the other options as well. Didn't like the conductor speaking to her. Of course she did not like. Disliked what the conductor said but was amused. And the fourth one is was impressed with what the conductor said. Now we have to go with the third option, because even though she snubbed the conductor, asking him to mind his own business, but at the same time she also laughed. So she laughed means she was amused. So we have to go with the third option. She disliked what the conductor said but was amused. Alright, so the third option is the answer. We move on to the next. The old woman went on with her drivel. The old woman, who was very irritating for Valli, she kept on asking her a lot of questions. The word drivel is used here to mean. What does the word drivel mean? It means nonsense. The old woman was going on with her nonsense. So the word drivel means nonsensical talk, things which doesn't make much sense. So you can use this in a single word, and you can also write the answer as a phrase. All right. Next question. The old woman asked her questions. The old woman asked her questions. Why? Why did she ask her? There are four options. The first one, due to anxiety of Valli traveling alone. The second one, out of curiosity and concern for Valli. Third one, interest in Valli's life and need for travel. And the fourth one, due to the habit of interfering in Valli's life. So the first option, of course, do you think she was really anxious of Valli traveling alone, or was she curious and she was having a concern for Valli? Interest in Valli's life? No, she's not interested in Valli's life. Neither she has a habit of interfering in Valli's life. So the answer is second one, out of curiosity and concern. There are both the things which are there. She was also concerned, but at the same time, she was also a little nosy. She wanted to know where she is going and why she is going and who is there with her. So she was being a little nosy, but at the same time, she was also concerned, just normally like an elderly person. The next one, how do you think Valli felt when the old woman asked her questions? Yes, can anyone tell me, those who are watching the video, how did she feel when the old woman asked her questions? How did Valli feel? How did Valli feel when the old woman was asking her questions? Of course, Valli felt very irritated. Valli did not like at all when the lady was asking her questions. So she felt irritated, you can write. She was in no mood of answering her. Why? Because Valli felt that she was a mature girl. She behaved like a mature girl and she was not at all pleased to answer the questions which the old woman kept on asking her. So here you can write, she felt irritated, she behaved like a mature girl, she was of no mood in answering the questions, and this is how she felt. Next one, that was all. I think that we have completed the 5 questions from Madam Rides the Bus. Now we move on to the last extract, and those who have already revised the lessons, you must be knowing that this extract is from the play, the one-act play, The Proposal. So I'm going to read out the extract for you. Lomov, then you make out that I am a land grabber. Madam, never in my life have I grabbed anybody else's land, and I shan't allow anybody to accuse me of having done so. Quickly steps to the carafe and drinks more water. Oxen meadows are mine. Natalia, it's not true, they are ours. Lomov, mine. So this is the extract where they start fighting about Oxen meadows. It's a very small piece of land, and they keep on arguing about petty things throughout the play. That is what the play is all about. So let's see why Lomov makes this statement. Why does he make this statement that Oxen meadows are ours? Why? Because the first option, Natalia has called him a land grabber. Second option, he has accepted the fact that he has grabbed her land. Of course, he has not accepted, and that's the reason the argument begins. Third one, Natalia has gifted him the land as a dowry for their marriage, which is not absolutely incorrect, because first of all, they are not yet married. There is a proposal for marriage, but not yet married. And the fourth one, Chubukov blamed him for grabbing their land. Chubukov blamed. Who is Chubukov? Chubukov is Natalia's father. So we have to go with the first option. He gets angry and makes the statement because Natalia had called him a land grabber. That's the reason he makes this statement. The next question. Explain the meaning of carafe. The meaning of carafe, is it a foyer area, a dining room, a glass, or a glass flask used for serving wine or water? This is used in the stanza in the extract where he goes to the place and he pours himself a glass of water. Why does he pour? Those who know the drama, you know that he suffers, Lomov is a man who suffers from palpitation of the heart. He gets excited. He suffers from anxiety. And with a little excitement, he runs short of breath and he needs to be calmed down. So therefore, he goes to the carafe and he pours himself a glass of water. So the first option is the correct answer. It's a glass flask which we use to pour water or wine. The next one, why has Lomov come to Natalia's house? The main crux of the drama. Why did he come? Because he wants to propose to Natalia. He wants to get married to Natalia, not because he loves her, but it's just a marriage which is mainly economically beneficial for both the parties. That's the reason he has come to Natalia's house. So you have to say he has come for a marriage proposal, because the proposal will benefit him. So he has come for what? He has come for a marriage proposal. All right. I hope it is clear till here. If you like this video, if you think that the questions are helpful and you are getting to revise, I would request all of you to just go and hit the like button. And I am planning to come up with more live sessions. I am planning to do a lot of revision with all of you, because there are many questions, many lessons, many poems, and the more you revise, you will know how to answer the questions. That's the only sole purpose of doing the live session today. And over the week, I will be doing more live sessions. And if you tell me your doubts, which lessons you want me to cover, those who are watching the video now or those who are watching the video later, you can anyways share your doubts in the comments. If you want me to particularly cover any one lesson or poem, I will be glad to do so. So do let me know. And for the time being, yes, listen to the session carefully and please revise the answers. All right. The third question, the play proposal is a dash that aims at the Russian upper class society's pride in ownership of property. Now, those who have revised the play, you know that this play belongs to a particular genre. So here you have to fit in the name of that genre. So can I get the answer from you in the comments? What do you think is the answer for this question? What genre does the play fit? What genre does the play fit? Okay, the answer to this question is it is a satire or a farce. You can write any one. The play is a satire or a farce. So what is a satire? A satire is a piece of drama or a prose fiction where certain flaws are being highlighted in a comical manner. Similarly, the farce also means the same thing. So the play proposal is a satire or a farce, which means that in a very comical manner, the playwright highlights the flaws of the society. Okay, we move on to the next one. Several words and expressions have been used by the characters to describe each other. Some of them are as follows. Lomov has been described as a land grabber. So we need to give another adjective to Natalia as she has been described in the drama. So what is the answer for Natalia? Which is the word which was used to describe her? So there are 2-3 words. The first one is she's called as a lovesick cat. So we can use this. This is one of the adjectives which is used to describe Natalia. She's also called as an excellent housekeeper. Even this can be written. All right. So therefore, just like Lomov is called a land grabber, an intriguer, even he's called an intriguer. There are many adjectives. They call each other names. They keep on abusing each other. They keep on calling out, picking on each other's name and character. So here you just have to pick up what adjective was used for Natalia. So this brings us to the end of the last question. All right. So we have discussed almost 15 questions. Each extract 5 questions from these 3 lessons. So I hope this revision session was helpful for you. If you think it is helpful, you can of course share your comments and give a like to boost my just give me more inspiration. I would be happy to conduct more live sessions later on. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much, and that brings us to the end of the live session.